What's up, everybody? Beau-hindman back with another, well, I don't know how quick this video will be, maybe a little bit longer because I have quite a few here to look at. But these are the 5 new, there's actually 6 new Ben-10 figures from the Ben-10 lineup. I absolutely love Ben-10 figures. They're one of my favorite, I don't know if you'd call them like a kid figure or whatever, but you know, my favorite action figures that are, you know, come from a cartoon or whatever. I just love the design on these guys. They're just fantastic. Not only that, but they are a super good deal. These are, I think, $9 a pop. The new ones are these guys here. I didn't get that one. I don't know if that's in the new, but basically all you do is you go to, if you just want to Google Playmates Ben-10 and you go to the Playmates site who makes these Playmates, they will show you all the new ones, and you can see those and go through the list. And that's what I did. I just found the new ones and picked out the ones. Now I didn't buy the one that has all the parts you can swap and whatever, because I already have some of those swap ones and I didn't want to necessarily get that. Again, I have plenty of those, but they are kind of neat. This is really cool. I love the little gimmicks with the helmet and everything. I'm not the character of Ben is not actually my favorite part of it. My favorite are the little creatures they make. Now this one though, this Jet Ray was hard to find. He was sold out everywhere. I don't know what the deal is with that. I'm thinking maybe he's a popular character or the kids just really like him, but I had to pay extra for him or them off of Amazon, and I think it was like $15 instead of 8 or 9 for the regular ones. My local grocery store sells these. They constantly have these in stock, so I can find those no problem. But this guy, anybody knows out there what the deal is with this guy, let me know. But let me get these open and we'll start taking a look at them. Okay, so I have them all open. So what I think I'm going to do is just look at them one at a time and see which ones we have here and go over some of the gimmicks and everything. This is Omni Kicks Armor Forearms. Forearms is basically just like he sounds. He's a formed one of the creatures, or I guess you'd call him that Ben can transform into. He's one of my favorite because he's very stylized, but he has he's just fun to mess with, and he stands up on his own weight. You know, sorry, it's hard to do like that when I'm looking at it, but it looks cool on the shelf. He can do some really cool poses with the 4 arms. He's sometimes, and I have the one where he's breaking the chain, and you can always use that. I wish these hands were a little bit open though, so I could place the chain in there, but he can just do a lot of fun little poses as a 4-armed dude. It's really, what I really like about Ben-10 is it's hard to do stylized toys and have them feel not just super kiddie, if that makes sense. Like, you know, something that an adult collector might be into. I'm not really into this stylized, how far these go. But they always just pull it off just really well. Not only that, but Ben-10, the cartoon, the characters on the screen look almost exactly like these. So you can, if you're a kid or if just a collector or whatever, you can literally find your favorite character and buy the toy, and right out of the box it looks exactly like you would expect. So that is the Omni Kicks Armor Forearms. Really cool. I'm not sure on the lore as much. I need to watch some more Ben-10 sometime. And I've seen a little bit of it, but I mean the toys I'm just such a fan of. So that's him. Next, we're going to be checking out Omni Knot Armor Heat Blast. Now I'm not sure. I guess this is all a theme here with like a spaceship kind of, you know, they have this astronaut thing going on. This is not my favorite because the silver is so silver, but I'll show you here in a minute. One of the Ben-10 or 2 of the Ben-10 toys I took, and what I did is I actually used Gundam markers and stuff, and I filled in all their little lines and everything, and really brought out the details. You can see if you look at these guys really close. Sorry, I can't see there. This came out. It goes right in there. If you look really close, there's often a lot of really cool little, kind of like what we'd call like a panel line, but they're not done in. That's what keeps these guys at a lower price. They're like $8, $9, $10 or whatever. But if you take a little bit of a panel marker, a little panel line marker, and maybe even some washes on these, you can really do stuff to it to make it just look 100 times better. Let me show you that as a matter. Let me probably show an example of what I mean. So these are a little bit dusty, but it'll give you a good idea of what I mean. If you look at this regular Jetpack Ben, which I'll show more in detail here in a minute, you see how his face, for example, has these great, you know, his mouth, for example, his backpack has those lines. but you can't quite see the details because they're not filled in. Well, you can take your panel line marker or panel liner or a marker or whatever you want to use, like I did here. I brought some little details, drew some little details in the glove, did around his wrist thingy there. He's holding his other glove like he's ready to go. I even panel lined on his shirt itself, so I brought out the lock there and all this other stuff, and then I did his face, and then I flat coated it, and I made a little stand out of clay. That's just simply clay. Take the clay, you press him into it, and then you cook the clay, and then you got a stand that'll hold him up. So that's that character that I panel lined, and this is probably better. Oh no, and I just literally, look at that, I just literally broke the stand. Maybe I didn't cook it long enough. This is Slapback. Now Slapback, if you see this character before, all these lines on his face, these are not drawn in. So as you can see on this guy here, for example, you see those lines on his arms and stuff. So I just took a basic panel line marker and drew them in. Now I did a little dripping thing, and just as kind of an experiment. Didn't come out that great, you know, some of the lines don't look that great. But once you panel line those in and you flat coat it, it looks even better because it has a flat coat, but also now I can see all the details and it looks a little bit more like the cartoon. So that's probably what I would end up doing to one of these, is just panel lining these little legs, some other areas. It'd be nice to do them all. It doesn't take long. Flat coat it and you've got just a better figure than that. So that's the Omni Knot Armor Heat Blast. I guess this is his Heat Blast gun. I'm not real familiar with Heat Blast, more forearms, my speed. So let's look at the next one. Omni Kicks Armor Jet Ray. This is the one that I couldn't find that was more expensive, and I can see why. He's a very interesting looking dude. He's got these cool wings and stuff. So maybe he's just a bit more popular, but again, really, does his head turn at all? No. It really needs could you imagine just a little bit more detail like that put in here? It would just make everything pop that much better. Now here's something I found that was interesting. I'm gonna have to look at this. I don't know why. This is his tail part. And if you look there in the tail, it looks like a magnet connector, right? There's no connector there. But I was like, do they have an optional part you can snap in and out? Or I thought maybe it's like I can't even get it to go on. I thought maybe it was like a Marvel, oh there we go, a Marvel character where they give you a build apart, you know, and you're gonna use it. But no, I guess it's just his tail and that's how it connects. But his knees are really cool. Everything about this guy is pretty cool. I wish the head turned a bit though. Doesn't look like it does. Nope, I don't want to break it, but then again, they're only $9. Well, this one was 15, so. But again, I don't know why he was really way more popular. He's not even my favorite looking kind of design of a character, but he does look cool. I do like the long arms and the wings. Oh, and there you go. You can put him to the back. That is a pretty cool silhouette there. The silver looks good, but again, with a nice wash, it would just look 100 times better. I might do that to all these, just to kind of get him to look a bit more like a figure, you know, instead of a toy, if that makes sense. So that's Omni Kicks Armor Jet Ray. Jet Ray is pretty cool. I can kind of understand why he's popular. Omni Knot Armor. This is probably my favorite one. I'm not a big fan of just the basic Ben figures. I think they look kind of plain. But this one, I mean, give me a break. You can do this. Look at that. Any little gimmick like that is really, really cool. I just love that. And under my black light, well, I don't have a black light. I have a series of LEDs on my toy shelves, as you might have seen in my videos and stuff. That will make it glow. Sometimes it goes through different colors, or you can leave it on like a black light color, like a purple or whatever you call it. And this will literally just look like it's glowing, all these colors. This was one of the problems I had with Ben-10 figures though, is they're not consistent on their, the holes in the feet. Some have them and some don't. And I think they're different sizes, so you can't quite get a stand from them. I have a bunch of third-party stands I'm going to try to use, so that's why I ended up having to make a stand for, oh, what's his name here? I think this is Kevin, right? See, does he have holes? No, he has just like, you know, texture, but not actual holes in his feet. So some of them don't stand up that great. I mean, most of them do. That's what I like about these toys. They really do stand on shelves, but some of them don't, or they're more sensitive to being knocked over. So, but this is just fantastic. This one here, if I panel line him, he would look great, but even without it, it's still a really good looking little figure. I mean, there's something about that silver against that green and that gray that really makes it pop, but it still looks really nice. I mean, look how cool his little knees there and everything. Just, it feels like you're holding a cartoon character, or it feels like something that if the materials were just a little bit better, let's say this was metal and stuff, they would be selling this guy for, you know, 40, 50 bucks, like a really detailed bin, like it had a better paint job and stuff. Just really, really, really cool. What a great little figure. That's Omni armor Ben-10. So I guess Omni is the same thing. I need to go check up on the new cartoons to see what the lore is saying about this Omni stuff. I guess it's astronaut type stuff. I'm not really sure, but I'm digging it. And this is Jetpack Ben. Again, number 5 of I think the 6 or 7 new ones. I have this similar Ben where he has the arms that you can't bend. You see that there's no bend on his actual arm. I kind of dig that though. I'm fine with it. The hands move so you can still kind of put them in positions or whatever. But you see how that arm is just static? Not a big fan of that. This is cool, his little goggles. They look like they're separate. So I wonder if you could take those off. I bet you could. Let's see. Can you? No, they go on the side there. You can see I don't want to break that. But you might be able to pull them out. But this guy is just begging for some panel lining. He does bend at the knee. The jetpack came off. I don't want to take it back off if it's going to be hard to get back in, but it did come off. So if you did do any panel lining or washing, you could do it underneath there and it wouldn't be no problem. But the flames are cool. They have a nice little effect there. So you could put him on a stand flying through space. He's not superposable. That's why I'm not a huge fan of just the Ben characters. I really just like the monsters, but he is able to do kind of some cool standing stuff and, you know, whatever. But again, see the holes there? That's cool, but it's just kind of an odd hole size. Like, is there a stand that works with that? I don't know. I've got a bunch of third-party stands. So someone like this guy probably end up having to just take a third-party stand, like even a Gundam stand with a hook on it and just hold them up in the air. Looks really cool. I can't wait to see this green fluorescent in the lights on my shelf. So let me show you something else I was planning on doing real quick with all of these. So this is my temporary storage solution for my other Ben-10 figures, some of them. I think I have 3 or 4 large ones as well, and I have some special ones that I don't keep in here. And I've talked before about cycling out your collection. I love this guy. And what I'm going to do is actually take the new ones along with all these other ones, and I'm going to take down a pretty sizable chunk of my shelf, one of my shelves, and I'm going to put up a Ben-10 collection for, you know, like if you're at a museum, how the collections come and go. There's another forearms. Look how cool he is. See, I wish his hands were like that, open. Fantastic looking figure. He's just fun to hold too. But I'm going to make like a little collection of all these, and I'll keep that up for like 3 or 4 weeks or whatever, and then take it down and put something up as well. So these new ones are going to go fantastically along with my old ones in a new display. But of course the new ones I'll put up in the front there for everybody to see, to make videos with. I think my favorite is probably this guy here. I'm not usually a Ben fan. Of course I love forearms, but the lack of those hands not opening, you see that difference there? I wish they were open hands. You could put stuff in there like little sticks or whatever, but really cool characters. I'm digging the Omni stuff or whatever you're calling it here. I have to check and see what that's about, but this helmet I just want to sit here and do that all day. Great looking little figure. Have a good day, everybody. Hope you enjoyed my Ben-10 video. If you do, like, subscribe, all that stuff like that. I do videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Check it out. See you later. It says Ben. Bye-bye.